Here we are again at our favorite intersection of Kalmia and Stone Avenue. Only this time, well, we can do a quick look over here at this construction project. But we're going to talk about this block between Kalmia and Maxwell, Stone and Rose. So this block here, you can see the whole distance. Let's see, Rose is right down there. All right, so 12 buildings, 80 to 90 apartments currently in these 12 buildings. The zoning board, which is not the council, but is the zoning board, those are different things, has voted to allow this to be rezoned so that a developer could potentially build a new 8-story, 900 bed, 436 parking space development. So that would be approximately 10 times the density that it currently is, going from 90 to 900. So I wanted to do a quick walk around of the neighborhood, see what we'll be tearing down, so that it can go with this construction over here, which is another block long, only this is a six-story construction. And then on the other side of that, on the far side of that, is going to be another 8-story student housing. So new 8-story student housing, new 6-story student housing, then on this side, new 8-story student housing. This is again right across from what most people would consider campus. There are a few sororities and a few specialty places like the Gaines Center and the Max Cotta House and computer science building over here, the Hardiman building. But on this side, what we have has traditionally been student housing and fraternity. There was a fraternity on this corner as well that's going to be moving. So let's see. So this is what they are wanting to tear down in order to build a new 8-story hub. Now, both of the other hubs in town have retail on the first floor. So unknown at this time whether or not this hub is going to have retail on the first floor. But one of them, which was built on a really, really crappy parking lot, there was a parking lot for years. That one has a Target on the first floor, and then the other one, just built at the corner of Virginia and Limestone, has some various like restaurants and sandwich shops and coffee shops and stuff like that on the first floor, facing Limestone mostly. So this right here is a good example. I mean, as is that, but this right here is a very good example of the kind of housing that I would love to see more of, which is like a 4-plex or even a 6-plex would be great. But this one here is in a little bit of rough shape, and it's a 4-plex. And then this guy here is a 8-plex. It looks to be in better shape. I know that this owner has fixed up the stairs and put a fence around it and stuff like that here in the last few years. This building here is the next to go, I bet. Hasn't been zoned yet, but that's my guess. That building right there is not in good shape. So this one here is an 8-plex. I can't zoom out anymore, so we're walking here along Rose Street. Seems to be fully occupied. There's a kitty in the window. Hi, kitty. Oh, there we go. Say hi. Say hi to the camera. Okay. This guy here is at the corner of Rose and East Maxwell. So we're walking along Rose now. Now we get to some very sturdy looking buildings that look to be about the same age. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like the 30s or so. All of them would seem to have stone foundations. 4. Count them 4 electric meters on this. So this is another fourplex. Some sort of animal trap outside. That's fun. So this is the corner of Kalmia and Rose. And these are the other houses that are rezoned or have been recently voted to be rezoned so that they can be torn down and turned into a 8-story apartment building. From what the newspaper says, a lot of these are on the Registry of Historic Places. I know some of them have additions built on the back. Clearly this is student housing. But man, in my opinion, stuff like that right there would be really more appropriate. That's probably, 12 plus apartments there. And very human scale, fits in the neighborhood, etc. Would love to see more of that. It might even be more than 12. It might be 24, depending on if it's broken up in the middle. It very well could be. This one here is at least 8. It's got 8 mailboxes. And that would lead me to believe that this one is also probably 8. And obviously occupied by people that care. I mean, they've done a good job of keeping it looking nice. So yeah, there's that. So this whole street and the block along Maxwell, look for that to be voted on by council and the design board. Now, of course, they have limited powers as to what they can do. They can approve and not approve designs. But now that the zoning board has voted to rezone it, I think that it's mostly a foregone conclusion that council will follow the zoning board's recommendation, rezone it, and then we will go from what the Herald Leader says to having 3,000 new beds, 3,000 new students capacity between the project down there that's not started yet, that's going to have the 8 stories, this project here that's got the 6 stories, and then this project over here that's going to have the 8 stories. So I think it's fair to say, since they have said that this is 90 to 900 over here, that's a 10x multiplier, I think it's probably fair to say that taking the whole project into consideration, it's also probably a 10x multiplier. Now, interestingly, this project here, this one that has the gravel now down there, only has, I think, like 180 parking spaces, which is really low compared to the number of apartments that they are building. Whereas this one, this project over here, I think it said it was going to be like 480 some. So something like 1 parking space for every 2 beds, as opposed to this, which is like something like 6 beds per parking space.